Hi folks, Buffin here with your Antifa News Briefa for August 15th. No, sorry, August 21st. Yeah, August 21st, 2021. This is about Anna Quinn. Anna Quinn Fitness is a channel who's going to be famous now, or more famous. She was already famous, but going to be more famous now. I think her Anna Quinn Fitness main platform is like Instagram, but she does have a YouTube channel as well. And I met her on YouTube thanks to the Pascal Show, Pascal. Appreciate you, Pascal, and the people who work on your channel for allowing me to converse there. Most channels ban me. So yeah, he introduced me to her and another lady, another hero, who may be going up against the same people. I kind of caught the broadcast partway through, but there is apparently another hero exposing similar types of activity. Anna Quinn is exposing the group Fresh and Fit, who I'd never heard of before. But, they've got a pretty big following, incel terrorist network community, as far as I can tell. That's who we're up against. Like, the whole world. Like, you'll see some other videos about Anna Quinn. I was just looking on YouTube and saw some other people already have some videos about it. Some of them seem to be kind of incel adjacent, or I used to be red pilled, or whatever. I still believe in the red pill philosophy. Like, that guy got to interview her. Anyway, I don't remember his name, but she didn't remember his name either, so that's okay. I almost got to meet her on the Pascal Show. It was really cool because he was playing her video, and then Renee, one of his viewers, got in touch with her, let her know she came onto the channel. So right as he was closing out, she came onto the channel, and everybody's like, she's here, she's here. I was like, go long. That's what I like to say to Pascal. Go long. If he's about to wrap it up and there's a reason to continue. Like, as happened last time I was on when Cuomo resigned. He was wrapping it up and we're like, go long. Cuomo's resigning. So he cut to it. So he didn't go long this time, but he started a new video to interview her. And so it was nice to, get to share some words of support anyway. I don't know if she got to see my comments, but to share words of support and almost kind of meet her, or to see that transpire, to see how fast the internet works. I think she only posted her video a day or two ago. So expect that to blow up, because kind of proportionate to as his channel melts. And that's why she's such a hero to me, because to go up against these terrorists, I mean, they are terrorists. It's like calling out the Taliban, or, the police or something. It's dangerous to call these people out, and she's suffered danger. Like, she's pregnant, and they're trolling the crap out of her. Reminds me of Simone Biles, honestly. That people are like, oh, this is our time to strike. Somebody, we sense weakness, and we're so racist. We have to. Speaking of Simone Biles, that think about it. If she'd just not been black, would they have been the same way about that? No, that's how the racist they are. It's the same people: the racists, the rapists, the incel, Trumper, terrorist community. It's a terrorist network, and yet it has different branches. And this is the, what do they call it, manosphere side of it. But it's the same thing as incels. Manosphere is all about trying to be with women, I guess, or date rape women or whatever. But they're not just innocent date rapists. I wanted to say that in quotes, because there's nothing innocent about that. Of course, that's terrible enough, even if it was a completely isolated thing. But it's not. It's connected to this incel terrorist thing. And these people kill women. And the whole Trump terrorist thing. And they kill everybody. They're spreading Trump virus lies and all this stuff. It's a huge network. And KGB, KKK, all that stuff is just, it's one solid knot. And that's why it's great for anybody to break up any part of it. It's like our duty as humans to do that. That's why you're watching Antifa News Briefa, I hope. But we'll do that. We're all doing it together. But Anna Quinn, you're a hero for doing your part to screenshot what these people are doing and then put them on blast to get the world allied against them. Now, I do appreciate everybody doing parts to bring this story up and to shame these people and etc. Hoping that she'll sue them, that she'll get some money from them, but take some action against them. They probably should be arrested. The whole channel. But sue it into non-existence. And I recommend getting that guy Cy Vance, I guess, the guy who's suing the Trump organization. I mean, you say, oh, well, he's big time. This is big time. This is important enough because it's part of that same network. Now people can think, oh, you're wearing that hat. Why should we think that you know what you're talking about? Because I've been paying attention to these people for years. Years and years and years. I know how they operate. I know their style. I know the way they talk. I know the way they do this stuff. And yeah, they make these different branches where they don't talk about the racism in this club, and they don't talk about, this guy, even in the Pascal show, was talking, and I don't fault him. He's probably, well intentioned, just misled by this. He's like, well, the white manosphere is all racist and terrible incels and terrorists, but the black manosphere isn't as bad. And it's like being a little different isn't enough when you're talking about Nazis and terrorists, okay? You have to be drastically different. You have to realize, wait, do I agree with some of the things these people think? I must be wrong about those things. I must reconsider the things that I think if they're in line with things that Trumpers or incels or alpha male types, whatever, people who use that type of language. That's why we have to avoid those words. We can't even, we can use them to talk about them, how they're not good words. That reminds me of something that Anna Quinn was saying. She had to look up some of the words they were calling her, because they were calling her a bimbo, for instance, or calling her other things. People haven't said bimbo in America in 40, 50 years. So these people are getting their notes written by the KGB, right? Who apparently doesn't have any access to American culture post 1980, 1990 or so. Russians, for some reason. They don't get anything more up to date than that, I guess, because they're calling her a bimbo. And then she even asked the community, and we had to try to figure it out, crowdsource the answer. They're like, they're calling me a 304. And somebody knew, some old timer was like, that's pager talk, beeper. You don't even know what a beeper is if you're watching this, most likely, but beeper talk for, well, we're on YouTube. You might know what a beeper is. 304, if you turn it upside down, like writing boobs on a calculator or hell on a calculator, 7 or 3 4, that if you turn it upside down, it'll say hope. So they're calling her a 304. And we had to decode that. We had to like reach back into the memory of one person out of like 50 people in a chat to come up with that. So anyway, it makes me think we need to crowdsource some funds for this person, because she says she has to take off work. She can't be doing anything. She has to rest while these people are incessantly trolling her. Or the whole event stressed her out. That was, some weeks ago, but she's been stressed since. So she's supposed to be resting for another 3 hours. So anyway, I don't know what that is yet, but I guess I can put it in the description or pin it as a comment if I can figure out if somebody does get some type of like crowdsourcing GoFundMe or something for the girl. But she's awesome. She's a hero, so I just want her to be safe and protected and know that the world, the community cares, that she did the right thing, to feel supported, because the more people come out and shut these people down, the faster we not only stop, rapes and racism, but we save the planet. These are the same people who are keeping us from getting green energy and stuff. They're the same people who are keeping us going to war. We save lives in so many different ways when we just get engaged with and promote somebody doing something good, doing the right thing. And she's such a nice person. Like, she's too nice. She's like, if I found out that my followers were going on their sites and talking bad about them, I would apologize to them and tell my followers not to do that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how are you going to get around to suing these people like they need to do? Like they need to have happen to them, But, and that's the problem, is people, don't want to get involved, whatever. She's at least a strong enough voice, like right person who's, done good things with her life. She's apparently worked with, abused women and stuff. So it makes her stronger. But then you hear that she's like, well, so I should be able to put up with this. Like, no one should have to put up with this. And if you can find the smaller example, I mean, if it's a terrible enough thing that they've done to her, it's worse than happens to most anybody. But, because she's seen worse thing, terrible things, that result of terrible things happening to people, she's like, oh, it's not so bad. That's part of be living in this traumatic culture. So we're all going to change it together. Thanks so much, Anna Quinn, and thanks Pascal for having her on the show and introducing us all. So find out more and share the story so that we can shut all these fascists down. Thanks, Cece.